The name Spartacus echoes through history. He was a gladiator. He was a slave. He was a rebel leader, a true revolutionary. Spartacus challenged the might of Rome. He led a slave revolt that shook the Roman Republic. From 73 to 71 BC, Spartacus became a symbol of hope. He fought for freedom against oppression and tyranny. His story continues to inspire today. His courage and leadership made him a legend. We know little about Spartacus's early life, and much of what we do know is pieced together from various historical accounts and legends. His origins are shrouded in mystery, with many details lost to the sands of time. We believe he was Thracian, a member of a group of fierce tribes known for their warrior culture. Thrace was a region in southeast Europe, encompassing parts of modern-day Bulgaria, Greece, and Turkey. He may have served in the Roman army, either as a conscripted soldier or a mercenary, which was not uncommon for Thracians. Some accounts suggest he was captured during a military campaign, possibly while fighting against the Romans. He was then sold into slavery, a fate that befell many prisoners of war in ancient times. Spartacus ended up in Capua, a city known for its gladiator schools. This was in southern Italy, a region that played a significant role in the Roman Empire. Capua was home to a famous gladiator school, where Spartacus was trained to fight for the entertainment of the Roman public. His name offers a clue to his heritage. It connects him to a powerful Thracian king, suggesting he may have been of noble birth, which would have influenced his leadership skills. But his early life remains uncertain, with many gaps that historians have yet to fill. We know him best for his time as a gladiator, where he honed his combat skills and gained the respect of his peers, and for his rebellion against Rome, a daring and bold move that would etch his name into the annals of history. Spartacus endured brutal training. He learned to fight in the arena. The gladiators faced harsh conditions. They trained under the watchful eyes of Lanistas. These were the owners of gladiator schools. Spartacus showed great skill and strength. He excelled in combat. He earned recognition as a formidable warrior. The arena was a place of violence and spectacle. Gladiators fought to the death. They entertained Roman crowds. They yearned for freedom. Every fight was a gamble. Victory meant survival. Defeat often meant death. Spartacus knew he had to escape. He refused to remain a pawn in a cruel game. Section 4. Seeds of Rebellion, from Despair to Defiance. Spartacus was not alone. He was joined by other gladiators who shared his thirst for freedom and his burning desire to break the chains of their oppressive existence. These men, hardened by the brutal life of the arena, were united by a common goal. A plot was hatched in secret, whispered among the shadows of their confinement. They meticulously planned an escape from the brutal school where they were trained to fight and die for the amusement of others. They knew the risks were high, but they were prepared to fight for their lives, armed with nothing but their courage and makeshift weapons. They would fight not just for survival, but for their freedom, a concept that had become a distant dream for them. In 73 BC, the plan was set in motion. The dawn of their rebellion was upon them. About 70 gladiators rose up, their hearts filled with a mix of fear and hope. They used whatever they could find as weapons, even kitchen utensils, and with sheer determination, they overpowered their guards. They escaped into the countryside, seeking refuge and a chance to regroup. This act of defiance was more than just an escape. It was the spark that ignited a full-scale rebellion. It was a desperate bid for freedom, a fight against the overwhelming power of the Roman Empire. Spartacus emerged as a natural leader, his presence commanding respect and loyalty from his fellow gladiators. His courage and charisma inspired the escaped gladiators, giving them the strength to continue their fight. They vowed to fight for their liberty, no matter the cost, their spirits unbroken by the harsh realities they faced. Their rebellion would shake the very foundations of Roman power, challenging an empire that seemed invincible. Section 5. The fire spreads. Spartacus unleashes the slave army. The small band of gladiators grew. Runaway slaves and the downtrodden flocked to their cause. Spartacus's army swelled to tens of thousands. They were no longer just gladiators. They were a force to be reckoned with. Spartacus's army moved south. They defeated Roman forces sent to crush them. His military genius was evident. He used clever tactics. He exploited the terrain to his advantage. He understood Roman warfare. He used it against them. His victories sent shockwaves through Rome. What began as a local slave revolt transformed into a full-scale rebellion. Section 6. A legacy forged in blood and defiance. Spartacus's rebellion lasted for 2 years. He inflicted heavy losses on the Roman army. He marched his forces up and down the Italian peninsula. He came close to reaching the Alps. He hoped to lead his people to freedom beyond Roman borders. However, his rebellion ultimately faced defeat. In 71 BC, the Roman general Crassus crushed the slave army. Spartacus died fighting bravely in the final battle. His body was never found. His rebellion was extinguished in blood. But the spirit of Spartacus lived on. His name became a rallying cry against oppression. Section 7. Spartacus, in the popular imagination, a symbol of freedom. Spartacus's story has resonated through the ages, capturing the imagination of countless generations. He has been immortalized in literature, music, art, and film, each medium finding new ways to tell his tale of defiance and bravery. His name became synonymous with courage, resistance, and the relentless pursuit of freedom, inspiring those who dare to stand against oppression. Karl Marx called him the most splendid fellow in Roman history, seeing in Spartacus a beacon of hope for the downtrodden. He saw in Spartacus a champion of the oppressed, a figure who fought not just for himself, but for the liberation of all. The Spartacus story became a powerful symbol during the socialist movements of the 19th and 20th centuries, embodying the struggle for workers' rights and social justice. Even today, Spartacus continues to inspire activists and freedom fighters around the world, reminding us of the enduring power of resistance. His story reminds us that even in the face of overwhelming odds, the fight for freedom is a noble and necessary pursuit, a testament to the human spirit's resilience. He stands as a testament to the indomitable human spirit, a symbol that transcends time and place. Spartacus remains a timeless symbol of resistance against tyranny, a beacon of hope for all who yearn for freedom.